Welcome back to Adventure Bastards, ladies. So, when last we left off, you guys had stolen an artifact from Macy's. Emmy had secured, was it a baby tiger?
Oh my god, is it a baby?
I thought it was a regular tiger.
I thought it was a
Baby tiger makes it better.
It's
Oh my
a baby
god.
tiger.
Emmy
Because he's going
with
to
my
grow
life.
big and strong, and then I'm going to gallop.
and then my recollection was that you guys had angered a woman named Dahlia.
Oh shit.
Oh,
We
yeah.
threw,
Oh,
we threw
yeah.
a tree and a plastic
Like,
mannequin leg at her, didn't we?
She got wrecked.
yeah. She wasn't really expecting you guys to throw a bunch of shit at her and start firing immediately.
We
I
didn't
threw
throw
a really
shit, we threw a tree.
And
And a leg.
I threw
and
a
the leg.
ball at her, but I missed her.
And anyway, so she destroyed your boat to make sure you couldn't go home.
Luckily, Tiger Chan was not on the boat.
Tiger Chan.
can you not think of a more?
I don't know if you've noticed, but the tiger's name has changed every 5 minutes.
I don't remember what it was called before, so.
So
Tiger Queen.
it's been about 2 weeks since that last adventure in terms of game time. In those last few weeks, you guys have found it difficult to find anywhere to hide in New York. Wherever you've gone.
So,
Sorry.
Because
I
we
was
have
gonna
a
say-
tiger.
Quite big.
so one of the things that we've decided to do to help ourselves blend in is we've decided to hide in plain sight.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I'll tell
So
you. I'll tell
so
you.
we've all decided to wear some, appropriate seasonal outfits.
Yeah.
Because Perrin wouldn't run an Easter campaign, so
We're
we've
ready.
decided to make it an Easter campaign anyway. And I've got a bowl of eggs, so what's more Easter than that? I've got a big bowl of eggs.
And
I have flowers.
I've got this. The Easter
So
bunny.
we can
himself.
continue. We can
I cannot
continue.
believe you guys. Okay, well,
The Easter episode. Wait, show my eggs.
so you guys are all dressed in your Easter attire in what is roughly January in New York.
Hey, we're just getting in the spirit. What's wrong with that?
New York! Where am I going to put these?
We've got some tulips and a tiger.
So
And a bowl of eggs. Don't forget the bowl of eggs.
And a really fabulous Easter bonnet.
Yeah.
So, if anything, this might actually explain why it's been difficult for you guys to blend in. In the it's you've been hiding in plain sight with a tiger and bunny ears and tulips and things. So yeah, Dahlia's found it very easy to track you guys down across New York, and so pretty
Don't
much
be daft.
Who'd have thought?
This covers everything.
everywhere you've got every sort of safe house you've tried to go, she's had men come down and shoot the place out or burn it down. So
Why is she so obsessed with us?
Angry!
So she spent the last few weeks basically tormenting you. It seems like she's not out to kill you, just to make your lives hell. Because it feels like if she wanted to kill you, one of these attempts would have probably been a bit more lethal. It seems like mainly she's just trying to keep you guys on the run.
She's just having a bit of fun with us.
Yeah, you know.
It's
Well,
fair.
it's a good thing that we are professionals, so
Just
therefore
get
we
us
never
back.
get caught.
So anyway, while you're moving from safe house to safe house, the mistress sends out a courier to collect the artifact you recovered for her, and
Expelled.
Why can't she collect us as well?
the courier also delivers you a vinyl record from the mistress. So you guys are currently located in your latest I'd say unsafe house, which is hidden beneath the sort of rotting floorboards of an abandoned grocery store. The place smells kind of disgusting, but it's not much worse than a lot of the other places you've had to stay over the last few weeks.
It can't be much worse than what Isabelle smells like regularly. so-
Exactly. It feels like home. It's fine.
Mercifully, the bathroom's relatively clean, and before you moved into this place, the mistress arranged for new beds to be placed in there, and conveniently a modern new gramophone which you could use to play back this record.
Well, it's good to know that she's got her priorities in order.
Yeah.
Sorting the clean beds and gramophones out for you, you know?
Yeah, but not the fact that, we're being hunted down and killed wherever we go.
You know, some things, different priorities, you know? It's difficult.
Yeah.
Right, and so the courier leaves you with the record, and says they'll be in touch.
Take me with you.
He says he's not allowed to carry anyone else on his bike.
Oh.
Gives a bagger.
He sort
Go
of
on.
politely declines and sort of edges his way out of your rotting safe house.
Was he American?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
Coward.
You shout coward as he leaves. He just sort of looks back. He looks back a little sad, you know, like one tear.
We're all flipping him off.
Fine.
Sorry, I'll just set Tiger-chan after him.
Yeah,
That's
where
the
are we
best
keeping this
tiger, I
tiger? Is this important? Like, can we discuss the tiger
Yeah.
situation before we,
Tiger
like...
is with me at all times.
At all times.
I hope you can see why that worries me slightly.
Why? I'm his mummy.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Her mummy, his mummy, I don't actually know.
Cool.
See, we're barely eating and barely getting by, and this tiger is just having a go.
Hey, you said we
Eating
were
all
barely...
the stuff.
Who said we were barely eating?
I'm barely eating.
I've got money. I'm eating fine.
You guys aren't poor. You're just you're finding it difficult
Yeah,
to stop
we just
anywhere.
We're not able to hold on to our house. That's because it keeps getting blown up. It's a bit different. I mean,
Mhm.
every time we take out a place, we put mass insurance on it and then pay out.
I don't think you're going to insure us at this stage. You know,
Yeah.
might be a few tip-offs that
But they're like, any prior accidents? One or two.
a couple, a
Not
few
by
fires.
the tiger. The tiger is really well behaved.
Do you think that they insure tigers? Like, do you think we can make a quick buck if the tiger gets an accident? And
Do you want to stop talking right now
Don't-
before I set tiger on you?
so you're gonna say before you set the tiger on fire? I'm like, that's a brilliant idea.
No, I'll set you on fire. Can we get life insurance out on you?
Wow, you don't know my name. You don't know my name.
I was like, I don't actually know anyone's name. I've forgotten them.
Right.
My-
So what do you
my
guys want?
grandmother's name.
You guys, what do you guys want to do?
Mm.
I guess we should listen
Oh, we should
to
listen to
the music.
Yeah. I forgot. We got something, didn't we?
Oh, God. I'm fucking sick of this.
I'm
Right.
getting excited.
So it's a YouTube video to listen to it.
Oh.
So I'm going to paste.
Oh.
Did they have YouTube in the 1920s?
Yeah. It was called like Thy Tube.
Thy tube. Thou tube.
Thou Tube.
Did they say thou in those old
No, they're
days?
not really. I'm just
No.
messing.
They're long past
Shall we
that.
watch this in sync? By the way, shall we like do a countdown to watch the? Right. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Earn 3, 2, 1, play.
Ladies, I know you're in a tough spot, and I'm sorry I've done this to you. I thought if I kept some distance between myself and your team that Dahlia would not sense my presence. I don't know what went wrong. I'm sure it's nothing you could have done. You're such a professional and well-organized crew. I know you don't make mistakes.
The sarcasm.
Whatever happens right now, you're in trouble. Dahlia and her forces will not stop hunting you down. They want to keep you on the run, exhausted, so they can see what you do next. She doesn't know what we're up to, or you'd be dead already. I'm sorry I can't tell you what all this is about just yet either. We nearly have
You guys need to
everything we
meet
need.
yourselves.
Once we do, well, things will be very different.
Yeah.
I promise. I'm very grateful for all you've done for me, and let me assure you, I'm very good at expressing my gratitude. For now, you need to get out of New York. Dahlia controls New York so tightly she knows every move you make. I've booked you all first-class tickets for the 20th Century Limited tomorrow morning from Grand Central Station. It will take you all the way to Chicago. Once you're on board, get to know some of your fellow passengers, and when you're all settled in, another one of my couriers will find you and you'll hear from me again. Now, I have to get back to dealing with a very rude Prime Minister who seems to have forgotten who's in control around here. Good luck! Right, you get up from off the floor.
What?
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 Well,
Who get up off the floor? I'm sorry, what?
Wait.
Is she like the dominatrix that's like doing the prime minister or something?
Why is this? Hang on.
Hold up. Here we go. Right.
Right, so that's your mission.
right. Well,
Chicago.
I mean, okay. I'm just gonna
Um,
say something. She said that she wants to get us out of America?
no, she said she wanted to get us out of New
New
York.
York.
Oh, okay. Because
Not out of America.
Aren't we going the opposite direction to get out of America?
What?
Isn't
what-
out of America the other way?
Isn't that the sea?
Yeah, but that's not America. It's back home.
The sea's quite big, so it wouldn't immediately be.
She would
Oh.
literally never be able to find us.
In the sea.
Well, in the sea.
Yeah, and
Okay.
we've got a good history with boats.
No, we
You know
haven't.
what? If you know what I think, right? So you know
Okay.
how I come up with loads of really good plans. I've got a good idea. So she thinks that we're going to Chicago. That means when she's delivered this, that everyone's going to think we're going to Chicago. Because this has obviously been intercepted and they're following us. Why don't we ignore this and secretly get on a boat and go back home?
See, yeah, but
I,
she wants us to do another job. I'm sure.
We'll never see it coming.
Yeah,
No,
we'll
but-
miss our job.
It's a pretty big boat. They probably will see it coming.
How much money do we have left?
Just
I
saying.
mean, I like the idea of getting on a boat, but I get the feeling she's gonna know that we're getting on a boat. Like Dahlia's gonna know that we're getting on a boat.
No,
And
but she
then
thinks
they're
we're
just
on
gonna
a
kill us
train.
at sea.
Yeah,
No,
I mean, Dahlia seems to know everything we do, so any
balls
boat
have
we get on,
ears.
she's gonna know.
But she thinks we're getting on a train.
Why? No, why does she think that we're going to Chicago? She shouldn't.
Because everyone else does.
no.
No.
Because we think we're going to Chicago, but we're
Yeah,
not.
I know, but she's
We'll get on a
probably
boat.
She's just watching us, and when we then go to this boat rather than this boat, she'll go, "Oh, okay, they're on that boat." She won't go.
But what if we get on the boat and then there's a smaller boat on that
no,
boat?
Do you
And
not-
then
Sorry. Do you not remember the last time when we tried to get on the smaller boat and what happened with the smaller boat and what we had to shove up your asshole to get us through some situation on the
I'm pretty sure I swallowed it, thanks. But yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh,
Yeah.
you did.
We didn't do any ass.
Either way,
That
it
was
came in
not
contact.
later.
Away.
Just
I
saying.
mean, I'm out of ideas then.
We
I
could
think
just go to
maybe
Chicago.
let's just go on the train.
I mean, I don't see anything good coming out of us getting on the train, but I'm willing
Anything
to go with the
good going on
majority.
Anyway,
I don't see
nothing good
anything.
is gonna happen.
But none of you are disagreeing with me.
Havoc
No,
wherever we go.
We've been disagreeing.
No, but you just
If
did,
we
none
don't
of you,
get on the
you all just said that only bad things are going to happen on the train.
Bad things are gonna happen either way.
We're more likely to die at sea than we are to die on a train. At least we can run somewhere if we're on land, or on a
just-
train, or anywhere. If we're on the sea and they shove us off, we're gonna all die.
I've got 20% in swim, so I would take my chances.
Well,
20% isn't gonna get you swimming across the whole ocean.
No. Why do
Has
we?
anyone ever done that? Is that too far?
It's too far.
I've tried the channel once.
How did that go?
Yeah.
Did you make it to France?
No. It was quite long. I was quite tired and quite drunk.
I thought you meant as like part of some like sports competition or something like that.
That's what
I
I
did it in
was
real life
thinking.
too. Yeah, I tried, but not actually in the
In
sea. It was
hammers.
just in swimming pools.
I mean, first class means we get free food and stuff,
Oh
right?
my god, we get free booze.
I'm going first class. Me and Tiger can.
How is there a... Did you just say a rude word?
what?
No,
Tiger
Tiger kun.
Oh. No, you
Yeah,
guys.
okay, it's
go
close
first
to a
class.
really rude word, but
I
it
don't
doesn't
care.
matter. on the
I
end.
get the feeling if we go first class, and if someone does know that we're going first class, it's the easiest place to like poison us or, you know, like faff on or
Don't
like
tell me
corner
we can't
us.
go first class.
No, I'm not saying you can't go first class. I'm just saying like it might be good for one of us to sit in like one of the lower classes.
Shotgun, not me.
Bye, Isabelle.
Not me. Not me. Not me.
Bye, Isabelle.
See
Have
it?
fun.
Mate, no,
I have.
literally offered. It's fine. I'll sit
Oh,
in scummy class and you can live it up. But if you get poisoned, don't blame me, okay?
I'm not going to eat anything.
What's the benefit
Oh.
of you going in scummy class then?
I might
Yeah.
survive,
Nah.
I read in a book once. You
right?
should never split the party.
Well,
Why have you got an egg?
you literally suggest that every single time. You're like, oh, we can go over here. You guys can go over there. And like,
You split
why
party
is
every
the train
episode
so
at least
different?
12 times.
It's always your idea.
I mean, I've grown
Come on,
as a
get me
person.
an egg.
Here you go.
Get one.
Take this.
You want an egg?
Get me an egg from the cupboard. Yeah, normal egg. Please, thank you.
You guys aren't going to lose out if I sit somewhere else. You'll probably quite like the peace and the lack of smell.
Can we?
In the cupboard.
Can we?
Is that what you're
Can we get on the train?
suggesting?
Let's get on the train.
So, my question.
Yeah.
Do we have a ticket for the tiger?
You don't so much as tickets as travel has been arranged, you know, for when you get to
Yeah.
the station.
She knows
Including the
about it.
tiger.
I guess you don't. I guess it wasn't explicit, but yes, including the tiger.
The tiger's got a ticket and all.
Tiger's got first class ticket.
Wait, Emmy, put the egg down. I'm gonna pass you an egg.
Oh, mate. Yeah.
Happy Easter! In January.
Imagine if
Anyway.
you dropped this.
That was excellent.
Oh, cancelled.
You
Bye.
know, you know
You
that
guys
we're
later.
always here on this show to exceed expectations.
Is it
I
too
am-
late to leave?
I am ecstatic about this.
Can we get on the train now?
Yeah, let's go get the train.
All right, so it was it was sort of late afternoon, early evening when you got that message. The train departs first thing in the following morning. I assume you guys just go to bed and head out to the train
No.
station in the morning.
I sit up and count all of my eggs. I don't do that. I go to sleep.
Minus an egg.
I'm gonna count
Oh.
these eggs.
Becca.
I can
Becca,
pass you
you're
one of
so
these, but it
convenient.
might change into a real egg.
Okay, pass me one. Pass me one.
Okay, okay.
Try,
Here you
try.
go. There you go.
I fucked that up, didn't I?
Give me
Wait.
one. Give me one.
Let's try again. Here you go.
Yeah,
Here you
yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah.
There you go.
Oh, it turned into a real egg.
Oh, that's a real fucking egg.
Sorry,
I've got
guys.
no eggs.
Here you go, Terry.
Okay.
You dropped it. Now it's gone all over the
Right, so are you guys gonna just go sleep out the night and then go to the train station in the morning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have a pretty uneventful night, which is kind of a relief for you guys since it's been pretty rough over the past few weeks.
You mean she didn't try and blow up our house again?
No, not last night. You got
What
a
of
night
it?
off.
She couldn't get through all the traps I set.
There's like Home Alone out there.
It's literally, we're in New York, and I set up all the paint cans and the little Legos and all the oil and stuff like that. So
Electricity on the door handle.
The doorknob.
There was like tar on the steps and everything.
Yeah.
So much tar. So many nails.
How are we gonna get out?
Windows.
There's a back entrance.
No, the window's trapped as well, obviously.
Oh God.
Well,
Well.
if I recall my Home Alone 2, you just climb down a rope down the side of the building at the end.
Yeah, and
That's
it's
true facts,
a zip line. We've got a zip line.
Yeah,
That's Home Alone 1, but yeah, that's fine.
That's fine, thanks, Perrin. I'm glad you're okay with that.
I don't know, you seem to be mixing your Home Alones, and I don't want to make you look silly on YouTube.
I would only be silly if I referenced the third one. Let's
Well,
be real.
I've never seen the third one.
I don't know what anyone's talking about.
Let's go to the train station.
Alright, so you guys...
No.
So you guys arrive at Grand Central Station. It's a vast open train station concourse with huge staircases. It's all lit by these massive stained glass windows. There's like a big curved ceiling showing like an astronomical map with like intricately painted representations of zodiac signs. Sort of people like milling in and out from all directions, you know, sort of bunching up into crowds as they get to the train platforms. And you see this crimson red carpet leading towards signs for the 20th Century Limited.
Nice.
Oh my
Has
God,
everyone brought their good
carpet.
shoes? Freddie? Freddie, are you
Good
wearing
shoes.
muddy boots?
I'm always dressed.
What are
beautifully.
good shoes?
Don't track mud on the red carpet.
Historical.
Can I clean it on something then?
You just start rubbing your shoes on the red carpet.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to stand awkwardly at the corner of the red carpet and just sort of brush
No!
my muddy boots on
Hey,
the corner.
A station attendant comes over and says, "Would you like me to get a boy to come clean your shoes for you?"
Oh, yes.
Boy.
And he sort of whistles over a young street urchin, gives him a coin, and the boy starts
I
scrubbing
can
your
give him the
shoes.
coin. Here you go.
Give him an egg.
There you go. No coin.
He says he's never.
Can't have an egg. They're too
Easter!
expensive.
He says, "Is this chocolate?"
No, it's not.
You've cut out again, Becca. Sorry.
Oh my god, Becca, you've cut out again.
Outrage.
Well, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
But I think you're going to echo though. So.
Yeah, because that's the internal mic, isn't it? But you might as well do that. That's probably better.
There we
than...
go.
All right. Okay. Fine. Right. Anyway, so yeah, so sorry. What was your response to him asking if it was a chocolate coin?
Oh, it's real. Like, I can't bite it. It's fine.
He takes your word for it, and he's happy anyway because he's already been paid, so he's just got double his money for cleaning your shoes.
Joke's on him because it is chocolate.
I can't find
What are the rest of you doing while Becca is having her shoes cleaned? Also, Freddy.
I'm going to inspect Fuzzy Tiger's feet.
They're still there.
Jeez.
How well behaved is this tiger? Are we spending too much more time on the tiger?
He's very well behaved. I have him a collar and everything. He walks with me like a dog.
Do you guys think Emmy looks like a Toho character?
In general, you mean?
It's in my hat, isn't it?
Yeah. In the hair.
Alright.
I'm gonna get a bagel.
Okay. There's
Oh, can I get a bagel as well?
I'm
Getting your
getting a
shoes
bagel.
cleaned.
Can you get me a bagel, please?
What kind of bagel do you want?
Cream cheese smoked salmon.
Classic combo.
Thank you.
You find a street vendor within the station selling pastries.
Do they do them other ones as well? That is like bagels, but like they're crossed over and like that. What are they called again? Pretzels. Yeah, I want a pretzel.
I'm not sure if they have pretzels. Yeah, why not? They have pretzels.
Hey,
Brilliant.
I want a
how many
pretzel.
pretzels?
I want a pretzel.
Is there anywhere that does pancakes?
Mate.
You asked the
How long
vendor.
have we got before this train leaves?
Probably about 20 minutes or so.
That's fine.
You do not have time to
We
digest.
spent
them.
20 minutes of real time discussing bagels and pretzels.
They're so good.
The vendor has like a really loud sort of screechy voice. He's like, "Welcome to my vending
So-
store."
I turn around and leave.
So, yeah.
He's like,
don't even-
he's like, "I sell the classics."
You guys are about to waste money on food when we're about to go onto a first class train and get.
Well,
Does the vendor have any
I'm
good
not.
dog?
I'm not,
Yeah,
so I'm
yeah.
gonna get my pretzel.
Lauren, yes, the vendor has two dogs sort of milling around nearby.
Dogs!
To get the bagel, I want to pet the dog.
I'm gonna get the bagels.
All right, so he says here's your bagels, enjoy them. And who wanted a pretzel? You wanted a pretzel, right, as well?
I want a pretzel. Yeah.
All right. So you guys have bagels and pretzels, and I bet Freddy has clean shoes.
Cool, let's go to the train. I think we're ready. Got the boys' packed lunch for the day.
Got all the boys' sandwiches.
All the boys' sandwiches.
Where are your sunglasses? You got to wear them on your lip.
My top lip. Like Shawnee doll.
Johnny Lily.
Anyway, sorry. Yeah, let's
So
go.
as you start to walk down the platform, a sort of senior officer for the for the station walks over to you guys and says, "Are you the special guests I was told to expect?"
No.
Yes.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Special?
What does he look like?
He looks like just somebody who works at the train station, but obviously like his management. He's not like general staff.
I want to see his badge.
Does he look legit?
He does look legit, yeah.
I mean, I do have a tiger.
He says,
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
He does look down at the tiger and says, "I mean,
We do look pretty fucking special.
I was told to expect 4 ladies and an exotic animal."
I think that you may have got the wrong 4 ladies and the wrong exotic animal.
Oh, he said, "Oh, sorry, my mistake.
I turn around to the station and point over there. It's those 4 ladies with that ostrich.
And he says, "I'll get their tickets right over to them."
No, we need to
No.
get on the train.
He starts to walk away.
She thinks.
Oh
she's
no,
funny.
we're joking. Oh, it was so
Come
funny. I'm back.
He says, "I'm confused.
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
that's
Is it you? Are you?
Ignore the ostrich. They're not even going to Chicago.
Where's the ostrich going?" He asks.
I fucking know.
Going to the burger
Washington.
rack.
He's going to get a bagel.
He's going
Yeah.
to meet the
It's
president.
gonna be a bagel.
No. Okay. Yeah, that's us. Hi.
He says, "Okay, well, hey, I've got a 4-person upper class carriage for you ladies." He said, and he hands
And a
it.
separate one for Isabelle, right?
Yes, please.
He says, I was only told to arrange one carriage for you.
God damn it, man! You had one job.
He says that was what.
Do you want me to punch him? Shall I kill him?
He says
No!
he assures you is like this is the
Let's
finest.
It's fine.
This
It's
is-
fine. We'll take it. Isabelle can go fuck off in 3rd class or whatever.
I'll sit in like the little wingy bit at the front where the doors are.
Yeah,
The
okay.
bit between the carriages. I'll sit in there.
Yeah. Okay. Great. We'll do that.
Oh.
You gotta keep a watch for them bad guys that jump down from the roof.
Yeah.
So anyway, he passes you 4 upper class tickets and says, please follow the carpet down to the upper class carriage and enjoy the height of transport luxury.
I thought the height of transport luxury was the Orient Express.
He says,
Oh my god, are we going on the Orient Express?
No, it's like the shit version of the Orient Express.
Oh.
he says, "I assure you."
I say that out loud in front of him.
He says, "I assure you, the 20th Century Limited is the highest quality of transport experiences available to you in continental USA."
Okay, so what you're saying is you agree with me then, and it's not as good as the European train.
Just stop trying to upset him.
Get on the
Go.
train.
He does look pretty upset at this point. He's very like. He
Yeah,
doesn't-
I'm just gonna.
Oh no, is he really upset?
Yeah, like he doesn't know what to say because
Tired.
you're valued customers, so he doesn't want to be
We'll give
rude.
him this.
Hey, stop upsetting him.
Tell him we'll give him this, and then we'll be on
And
our
we'll
way.
give him an egg as well.
Yeah.
We're like the Easter Bunny, bringing joy wherever we go.
He, says,
We're not.
he thanks you for the eggs.
Yeah, we're
He
not.
says
People cry.
they'll be great when
Yeah, we
Easter
make them
finally
cry,
comes
and then we
around.
make them happy.
Yeah. Okay. I apologize for Elsie, and we'll just go.
Let's
She's
go.
had no sleep. She's moody. It's fine.
Get on the train. Just get on the train.
Right, as you walk down towards the train, you see a selection of people milling about, waiting for the conductor to open the doors. You see, let me see. Give me
I swear to fucking god if Dahlia is
Don't
on
we
this
open the
train.
doors ourselves?
this is the upper class carriage is being.
We don't need to open doors
They're
ourselves.
like old style, like you reach in and you open the door.
There's, darling, there's a man who can open the door for us.
Oh, okay, well,
How you
whatever.
break into houses right now.
Just
This is
for-
what men are for, menial tasks like opening doors.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
For context, the 20th Century Limited doesn't have any standard class. It only has business and upper class. So yeah,
Oh,
so they
It
don't
doesn't have
expect.
standard.
So they don't expect you to open doors.
Oh.
Which carriage am I going to sit in then?
You're not sitting in any carriage.
You're sitting outside, aren't you?
No, no, but like, which bit?
The
You can sit
outside
anywhere
car
outside if
carriage.
you want.
Okay.
As long as you have a shower, you can sit with us.
Do they have
You can't
showers on
sit
the
with
train?
us.
Doubt
At
it.
least wet wipes.
No.
They have
Why
wipes in
not
the
invented?
1920s.
I don't know.
It's
That
just
could
the
be a
final.
fine.
I know that the Orient Express has like a little closet with like a sink where where the attendants fill it up and then you can wash your
toilet.
stuff there.
Are you telling me to wash in the toilet?
No,
How
it's
can
like
you do
a
that?
sink. It's like a little cupboard that opens up and it's got like mirrors in there.
Is there one of them?
You don't know. You haven't
Yeah,
got on board yet.
Well, can we get on board and find out?
You can't get on board yet because I was about to.
When are they opening these fucking
As I was about to explain.
They've got one job, and that's to open a door. Why am I waiting?
As the train conductor is in the process of unlocking the doors, you see waiting by the doorway an older gentleman that's sort of well built and wearing what looks like a military uniform. You see a youngish.
Is he fit?
He's very well. For an older gentleman, he's very fit. Yeah.
Would you describe him as a silver fox?
I wouldn't describe almost anyone as a silver fox, so no.
Oh, I would.
How are you as the GM doing your job to describe to me the situation accurately if you're putting your personal bias into the descriptions?
I guess I'm doing a terrible job.
Yeah.
I guess you are.
We're on the train yet.
I'm trying to get to the point where you can get on the train.
I just want to get on the train.
Parents having to deal with all the abuse we're sending to all the staff in the train station.
So
Why are we on?
behind that gentleman is a young woman about your age. She looks like
She's not allowed to sit with us.
She can't come with us!
She's dressed slightly scruffy, even though not in a way that looks like she's genuinely poor, more like somebody who's well off trying to fit in a little bit, I guess. Like
Darling.
trying to dress
Definitely
down.
not trustworthy.
She
Is
thinks
it
she's bad
Dahlia?
enough.
There's a skinny, bookish young, sort of youngish man. Looks a little nervous, wearing glasses. Holding very tightly holding onto his suitcase.
Sounds like Joe.
You see a middle-aged woman who is dressed smartly, like business casual, smart casual. She's looks very sort of respectable. And then off to one side, sort of keeping a little bit of distance, there's an older woman, dressed very fancily, with two suited bodyguards standing either side of her.
Is that Dahlia?
She's gonna be my new best friend.
None of these characters look like Dahlia.
Like
Oh,
at all.
you phrased that very carefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Um,
At all.
Anyway, so the conductor opens the door, and the four people standing by it file onto the upper class carriage one by one. The rich woman is kind of looking over at your crew. I guess she's kind of waiting for you guys to get on before she bothers to.
We
Has
wait.
that got a tiger?
We don't move.
Yeah, we watch her.
Yeah, we want to wait.
Let us.
One of her bodyguards walks over to you and says,
Shove off.
"Good morning, ladies.
Good
Hi.
morning, sir.
My name's John Arnold. Are you joining us on the 20th Century Limited today?"
Can my
Maybe.
tiger
We
growl?
are.
Wait. Can my tiger growl at him now?
I don't think you've got that level of control over your tiger just yet.
I do.
You think you look at your tiger expecting it to growl, and it just sort of looks at you.
Growl, god damn it.
Growl!
Just sort of,
Worked on this. Growl!
it sits down on the floor and licks its paw.
Okay. That's intimidating, right? That's him cleaning his fan for his next meal.
The bodyguard just looks down at the tiger and then looks back at you.
We are indeed, sir.
Says if you ladies would like to board,
Why?
says my client prefers to board last.
why?
Security.
Oh well, I
For
mean,
who?
we also prefer to board last.
Honestly, like, can you smell me? Like, I want to get on last, so people don't have to deal with me.
He sort of sniffs at you.
It's for everyone's safety that I get on last.
He sniffs at you a bit, scowls, and then walks back over to the older woman.
There you go.
She only gone and did it.
They have a heated discussion. The older woman scowls at you,
Oh no.
and then the three of them board the train.
As she passes, we just go, "It's for your own good."
We
She-
can give
she-
her one of these.
Actually,
Lifestyle choice.
She
Can't see Becca up.
she intentionally blanks you at this point as she's boarding. She has no interest in you now.
Wow.
Cool.
Right.
That's what I wanted. No interest.
She might smell, but your attitude stinks. That's what I shouted at.
Yeah, that's great.
She does hear that as she climbs on board.
Okay. We can get on now, and I bet you there's no seats, bastards.
We've got our own carriage.
Yeah,
our own
you're-
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, your tickets
Oh,
all. Your tickets
then
also.
why did we have to board last?
Oh, just I was
What a
just
watch
being
people who are getting
difficult.
on.
Your tickets all say cabin 1 on them.
Yeah, I was just being deliberately difficult.
Okay, so we'll just board on a different carriage, or do we have to walk through them all?
They were the other people all getting on the same upper class carriage, but you have your own cabin within that carriage.
Oh, I get you, okay. So we do have to walk through them all. Hello!
Well, no. Once you get
No,
up,
they've got doors. It's private.
Oh.
It's like the Hogwarts Express,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but like more private because the doors are like.
Yeah.
right. So let's see. So you sort of funnel onto the train. The conductor sort of helps you on. Asks if you've got any luggage you want putting in the hold.
My tiger
Yeah.
is not luggage.
No.
Okay, and he just sort of directs you to climb on board. On board, you're in like a this sort of thin corridor running down the front, one side of the train, where there's like these wood panel doors for 4 separate cabins. The first cabin, number 1, is open because that's the one waiting for you.
I guess.
Are there any other spare cabins?
The other 3 cabins, the doors are all closed. You can hear noise inside them.
We have to see them.
The corridor behind you has a locked doorway that goes back into business class, and to the front you can see that the doorway leads through to the dining carriage.
Okay, so
Ooh.
let's just go in our room. I want to Bagsy my bunk. I push in first.
All right, so you push through into your room, and your room you see that the room has been converted to hold 4 people when it was probably originally designed for 2. So there's 2 sets of bunk beds on either side of the cabin, basically. There's a small sort of little table in the middle by the window, which has conveniently a phonogram on it.
A what?
A record
Of
player.
course it does. She can't just send a letter like a normal person.
And there is a small doorway that opens out into what is a small toilet and bathroom.
Yeah.
It's like
Alright.
it's like a standing shower. It's like
Okay.
it's got like a basin for washing yourself and a toilet in there, but it's only one person can fit in at a time. It's quite cramped.
That's okay.
I take one of the top bunks.
Sorry.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't think anyone else except me saw that.
They will when
I can't see Becca.
Don't worry, you don't
I've
need
got-
to.
I've got the top corner of her screen, which is nothing.
Don't
That's
worry.
going to be funny for anyone watching this later.
Yeah.
Anyway.
See me.
Yeah, I take one of the top bunks.
What are the rest of you gonna do?
I guess I'll take the other top bunk.
Okay.
Does
well,
smell rise?
yes.
Yes.
Get in the shower now. Shove her in, rip her clothes off, start scrubbing her down.
I can just sleep in the shower bit if you
Hold on,
like.
the 3 of us are going at her like that scene in Mulan.
Oh, yeah.
We're all like scrubbing her and like washing her hair. Combing it.
You can't have a cricket though because that was the problem for Mulan.
That's fine. We've got a tiger. Tiger's
We
better.
pull the crickets out of her hair.
Wow.
Throw
Not
him out
that
the
bad.
window. We know
I
you're
know.
awful. Get out of here.
So while you guys are scrubbing Isabelle, the train, the sort of the horn, I don't know what you call it, like the steam whistle, I guess, plays, and the train starts to pull away from the station. As it does, there's a knock at your door.
Oh.
How long has it been?
Been about
Is she decent?
well, she's not. I mean, I assume it's up to you guys of how far through you think you are through washing her, but like you could probably close the door to the bathroom.
It's a big job.
Okay.
We're not
Who wants to answer the door?
See through.
Freddie?
Because
Oh,
you would just
okay.
be rude.
It's all
I
wooden
won't.
panels.
I'm very polite.
Well,
Doubt I'll close the bathroom door so they don't get shot of butt cheek.
Okay.
And then I'll open the cabin door.
And
We'll
Emmy,
start
can
washing
you use your
her hair
mic?
then.
Can you mic up again, please, Emmy? Right, thank you. All right, so Emmy, Louise, you open the door, and it's the train conductor, and he said, "Oh, just before we set off, a courier dropped this off for you," and he hands you a sleeve holding another vinyl record.
Of course.
Oh.
Okay,
Nice.
thank you very much.
Bye!
Bye!
And he,
That was like the easiest and quickest exchange we've had with a single NPC in this game.
Imagine it will be like
If every exchange was that easy.
okay.
I'm assuming that's it. He left.
Yeah, he left. Yeah, he
Okay, bye
carried
bye. Close door.
Yep.
I'll put it in the.
on. Right, so I have another YouTube video for you guys.
Excellent.
Get out the bathroom.
Mate!
No, we're being thorough. Wouldn't you rather us be thorough?
I mean, yeah, but I have a thing that you need to listen. Okay, I'll open the door and you can listen.
Yeah, open the door.
Okay, and when
That's
you're ready,
good.
we can all play this in sync again.
Yep.
3, 2, 1, play.
Ladies, as I'm sure you can imagine, I didn't choose this train journey by chance. I didn't want to say more until you were on the move, and it was too late for Dahlia to interfere. You should be safe from her for the next 20 hours, at least, though I'm sure this journey will have plenty of dangers for you to enjoy without Dahlia's help. A woman named Margaret Ruth will be travelling on this train. Be careful not to get on her bad side. She's powerful and very dangerous. She carries with her a ring, a silver ring with 4 emeralds embedded into it. I need you to steal it. She's normally very well guarded, but she only has 2 bodyguards with her on the train. Once she departs, she'll be met by an entire team, so this is your best chance to obtain it. You've stolen many wonderful things for me from many stupid, weak-minded men. Margaret is not stupid. She understands power and control in a way few people do. Thankfully, she won't be able to wear it at all times, so keep an eye out for a good opportunity. However, I highly recommend you do not confront her or anyone else while they are wearing the ring. The rest, I trust, you'll be able to figure out for yourselves. Wishing you all the best of luck, ladies. If this goes well, a special courier who I'm sure you'll like will meet you in Chicago. Bon voyage!
We fucked up.
Well,
Actually, no, Lauren fucked up.
yep. What a surprise.
I have no excuse. I have no excuse.
I'm just
Do
gonna.
not piss her off.
I'm just gonna go out of GM character for a second. And when I wrote that, I thought Lauren's gonna piss her off.
What is happening?
I wrote that because I just figured if I introduce a character to you guys, Lauren will just get on her bad side immediately for no reason.
Well, you should have written such a difficult character.
Well, we're fucked.
Okay, so we already pissed her off. That's not. Well, I mean, to be fair, we didn't piss her off as much as we could have. It could have been a lot worse.
No. We can turn this round. We can explain that apologies for the issues earlier. I've since had a shower and
I
everything
said
is
that she
fine.
had I said that her attitude stank.
Yeah, do
Yeah,
you
I
not
think we're
remember?
fucked.
Well,
I mean,
we can do
honestly-
it. We can do it and you can stay away.
Like,
I
let's be
mean-
fair. Maybe I did us all a favour.
Give her this.
We are here to steal something from her. So, I mean, yes, she might be a bit more pissed off at us, but I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, imagine if we'd made best friends with her, then I just felt bad.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Louise is
yeah.
completely right. I did us all a favour. There's going to be no attachment. We
I
can
wouldn't
steal
say
without
that you did us
remorse.
a
We
favour.
can. I did an amazing favour for all of us. We can steal without remorse now.